Rotherham is made up of God knows how many different small, like little small villages, hamlets, if you like, such as Thryber, Whiston, you know, all these areas, Masbury.
There's Parkgate, there's Rawmarsh, Cancler, Easting. You've got Eastwood down that way, and you've got Wellgate up. I think it's up there somewhere, but I think that's all I know. There's Wath, Ponder. I don't know too many areas, but I know there is quite a few areas around Rotherham.
Like there's Rotherham Town Centre, but then there's like other places like, I don't know whether that should be considered as Rotherham, but it's like Parkgate, which is down there with the retail world and stuff, and there's loads of other places like Dearne Valley's near Rotherham as well. But like I said, I don't know whether it's actually considered to be in Rotherham or it's like near Rotherham.
It's mainly one big town, and there's some like little towns on periphery like Mexborough, Maltby, but mainly it's Rotherham.
There's no what to do. It's dead quiet. Everyone kind of keeps to themselves. Yes, there's like nothing there at all. Some places like posher than others, and like from where you're from depends on like how you act. And yeah,
I would say Wickersley probably nicest, just because they're nicer houses, pleasanter area, outskirts where it's nice, you know, the countryside. And then Wentworth, that's quite nice as well, from a little village. Worse areas, not really sure about worse areas. The ones nearer the town, obviously, because they're the old terrace houses and they're a little bit run down.
they're just like full of tramps and chavs and people that you just don't want to be around. You just don't go there.
There are places that look quite, I don't know, a bit dirty, that sort of thing, and there's a few problems with
Crime and stuff like that.
yeah, crime and stuff like that.
They all seem to have their own, how can I put it, culture. Everybody that's brought up in these different areas seems to have a different outlook to anybody brought up in a different area, so to speak, if that's making any sense at all.
They used to be like little villages, and people lived in those little communities, and so they identified with that particular area that they lived in. Obviously, you know, things have changed, and there is a lot more mixture around. People are moving around, but it's still, people seem to identify with the areas that they've lived with.
They're proud of the area they were born in, they were brought up in, they live in. It's an area thing, I think, with people from around here. I mean, if anybody asks me, say, well, it's you then, where are you from? Oh, I was born and brought up in Thryber. I'm proud to be born and brought up in Thryber.
If you live at Maltby, because it's quite a lot of miners used to live there, and they had their own community, so they still associate, except people that have moved out of those areas. But yeah, it is, for us it's not a problem, because, you know, we know the different areas, but for people coming from outside, you know, they might see it as an issue.
You don't come from Rotherham, you come from Thryber, Whiston, wherever. You know, that's probably why people don't say, I'm from Rotherham.
That's a good point. I'm not sure. I think it's like one of them things where you don't want to say you're from Rotherham because nobody likes it.
I'm not proud to come from like Rawmarsh, but like it depends really, because you do get some really nice areas around Rotherham and that, but others you don't, you know, they're alright. I love Rawmarsh and that, but it's just, you know, certain stuff about it. So
people do sometimes say that they prefer to say Moorgate. They think it's more posher and that. Wellgate's not that bad, but I think Eastwood's all right now, but people, like you said, yeah, tend to not say where they're from.
Today's generation, yeah, I think they will accept they come from Rotherham. But anybody of my age, and possibly my oldest daughter's age, I don't think we will ever be from Rotherham. We'll be from, as I said, Thryber, St Anne's, you know, that's my oldest daughter. I was born in St Anne's, me. But what about Rotherham? No, I was born in St Anne's. You know, I don't think anything will come of it for people of my age.
We're from Eastwood, and yeah, it's a very nice area. It's a bit noisy at times, but yeah, you get used to it after you live there for a bit.
Right, I'm from Parkgate. I moved there 8 years ago from Essex, and it's very friendly around there.
I've lived in this area for about 3 years. It's a nice area. I actually live in Parkgate, which is a nice part of Rotherham, and I've also lived in Treaton when I first moved over here, so the overall area is really nice.
I'm from Thurrogate, up in Ramash. It's an alright area, it's quite nice.
Rotherham's quite a quiet area. There's not that many, terrorists or druggies that are actually quite found or something.
Basically, we're all separate. We're all Eastwood, Broome, and we're not really
sociable. That's the word.
People have got to mix because people are not sticking to their, to the jobs that their fathers and their grandfathers did, and they're actually doing other things now. So people are having to move about and mix anyway.